All right, guys, big day. I got my EMP roof for the YXZ, which is much needed because this thing is freaking hot without a roof. It does have one really big puncture in it, so we'll see if that tore the roof up at all. Hopefully, it didn't. And it's got a couple little dings on the other sides of the package. I would like to video this so I can roast the manufacturer for not using good packaging. It looks like it was packaged well, but handled poorly by typical good old FedEx. But there's a little picture of it, what it should come with, etc. It was expensive, but I got a decent deal because I bought it from Summit Racing, I think. If I had got it from anywhere else, they were charging a ton of shipping. Yeah, Summit Racing. So that's a good pro tip. Get it from Summit. If you get it from Summit, it's actually cheaper than the factory roof from Yamaha or Partzilla because shipping is so high. So Summit Racing, EMP aluminum roof is a good deal. Usually I like plastic roofs because they're a little better for insulating its sound, but the aluminum looks better, probably a little more structural. This cage is all the help it can get, and it was cheap, so we got it. So I'm gonna open it up now and start installing it, and I'll try to show you guys a few tips and tricks and then show you the finished product. So there's the roof, one big piece of stamped aluminum with a few welds. Here's the mounting hardware. Looks like it's got some weather stripping for like an edge liner. Returns and exchanges. I don't see any instructions. That's always fun. I don't know why people think they can be listening to instructions. They did give me a koozie though. Pretty cool. Yeah, I really would have liked some instructions. What is this? Attention, read before proceeding. Inspect for damage. Yeah, I know, I'm doing that right now. No instructions that I can find, so maybe they're on the website. So it did get a little scraped up during shipping. Some of that's rubbing off. Looks okay though. I'm not real big on caring about things being perfect. It's just some little minor scrapes, no major dents or anything that I can see. It's a little flimsy. I'd like it to be thicker. Hope it doesn't have any rattles. I'll absolutely lose my mind if it has rattles. And then this is towards the back. It's got a weld in here. It's decent looking. Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw it up there and I guess figure out how to install it myself because there's no instructions, whatever. So as far as the hardware, I think it's gonna be pretty simple. You got bolts, washers, nuts, nice lock nuts, hardware looks good. And you got little end caps to make the thread softer for your head. And then you have 6 clamps, 4 small and 2 big. The bigs go on the sides because this is a bigger diameter pipe than this is because this roll cage is stupid and pathetic. And this is a small pipe back here. So you got 2 bigs on the sides and then 1, 2, 3, 4 smalls on the inside, front and back supports. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm gonna try to see if I can make it work with my mirror I just bought, but there's not a lot of clearance on top of the bar to fit the mirror bracket. So stand by, see how we make that work. All right, so it's on there. A couple things to note. Like I said earlier, big clamps on the sides, small clamps on the front and rear. They are different, so figure that out. Also, it came with this weather stripping edge guard stuff. I don't like this stuff. I've had it come off on a lot of things. So I instead put pieces of neoprene foam under here where it was gonna touch the roll bar. Did this on both sides. And then I snugged everything down and it came out looking pretty straight. I think that looks pretty clean and it will keep galvanic corrosion from happening between the aluminum top and the steel bar. And if you look closely, it's not really touching anywhere. So the mirror is a little tight. It does fit just barely, so it is touching the roof. That's aluminum on aluminum, so we'll see if that rattles. If it does, all I gotta do is put a piece of foam right here to hold the roof off of it. So that's not a huge deal. But yeah, it came out pretty good. I just took a little bit of time getting it centered. I think I got it on there pretty square. Pretty happy with it. Did a few startups and revs, didn't have any obvious rattles. I added a piece of foam here. So this one's got 3 pieces of foam. I might add one right here if that starts to rub or make any noise. But it's a pretty nice kit. You know, no instructions, but it was simple. It's just bolts and nuts. Definitely recommend using a washer on the top and bottom. And then little rubber things on there, you know. If you look at it from here, I might have it shifted over this way, maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, but it's all adjustable, right? These things are slotted, so I can loosen them up and I can adjust it if needed. I did put the Amazon mirror on there. You can see the mounts aren't lined up. That's intentional. I have this plastic stuck under here because I ordered them for a 1.75 bar, which this is, but these middle bars that go across are even smaller and more puny and pathetic. So I had to put some spacers in there. And the reason they're clocked, kind of funny, is to bias the mirror towards me. So in the driver's seat, when I look out, I see all the way through this gap. I could have shifted it over, but I wanted it in the center, and I decided to just bias it a little bit. Doesn't look great. I might raise up that side of it so I can push it up some to make it look a little more square. But it is really practical, and it's in a good location to give me good visibility behind, because this thing doesn't have the best rearward visibility. It has the most awesome frontward visibility, but it's kind of hard to see out the back of it. So mirror is definitely necessary. Overall, I like it. I wish I would have got the right mirror for the right size clamp, so I wouldn't have to do that ghetto stuff, but I don't believe in returning things, so that's what you got to do. It's just stack some pieces of plastic under there. Doesn't look the best, but whatever. Maybe eventually I'll get the right mirror once that one rattles apart. So yeah, if there's any noises or problems or loosening up that happens with it, of course I'll update. But so far so good with the EMP roof. Also have ordered an airbox spacer. And I got all this stuff from, what's it called? Alba Racing. It seemed to be the best from what I've read. I got their tune, I got the exhaust tip, and I bought some stuff to make a custom snorkel, which you guys are gonna love. Found a really clean way to snorkel this thing, so stand by for that.